Hey guys, today we're going to talk about acute on chronic training load. So this idea of how much you're currently doing versus how much you're used to doing. So your chronic training load, basically like what your body is used to doing physically. We have physical stress here, and time right here might look something like this. So basically this is how much physical stress you're accustomed to. If you don't do more than this, you don't get stronger, you don't get faster. But there's a pretty low chance of injury. If you do less than this, you tend to get weaker, slower, all that kind of stuff. So the problem we run into is we want our progression over time, whether this is running, CrossFit, lifting, whatever, to be a very gradual kind of lineup. So you want it to slowly go up and look something like that. And what most people will run into is they'll try and make this line just a little bit too steep. So this is a good, like, you're gonna get stronger over time, be patient with it. 3 years from now, you're gonna be deadlifting 1,000 pounds, I don't know. But people try and do this, and when that steep line happens, that's basically the amount of physical stress might be more than your body can adapt to at that point in time. And so you get here and things start to feel a little bit crummy. You tweak a bicep, you tweak your back, and you say, oh no, now I'm hurt, and we do nothing. And you try and rest completely so that you don't damage anything further. And that's there. And so 2 or 3 weeks into that, you're like, okay, I feel pretty good. Let's say you tweaked your elbow, I don't know. And you rested completely, totally fine. And you're saying, hey, I was benching 225 for 5 before. I'll go in. It's been 3 weeks. I'll give it a little bit of a break. I'll do 215 for 5. And we launch right back up to here. And so what's happened here is we've taken 2 or 3 weeks where we're not creating tissue adaptation. Whatever tweak you had wasn't being loaded. It probably didn't get stronger. It got weaker. The tissues got weaker in general. And then you ramped right back up, and then things hurt again, and you go down, take a break, ramp back up, take a break. And so over time, you'll get weaker and weaker and weaker and just have more injuries, and it's very, very frustrating. And so that's why it's important to have very consistent programming, basically. So one of the bigger issues we run into with this is CrossFit programming in general, because there's a wide variety, which is great. Like, it's good to have variety. It's good to be good at a lot of things. But every so often there will be a workout like, if you haven't run more than 800 meters in 3 months, you get MRF going. And so you're here and you hit MRF and your acute training load peaks. Your knees start to hurt, your low back starts to hurt for the next few weeks, and so you do a lot less, something like that. Or you have a workout you haven't deadlifted heavy in 2 or 3 months, and then it's like, all right guys, time to max out your 5 rep max deadlift. That's gonna shoot up your acute training load on top of way over your chronic training load, and that's where you're gonna run into trouble. So basically the takeaway advice here is, if you're going to do something really hard, work up to it slowly. If you know MRF is coming up, take like 6 to 8 weeks, do some more running, do some more air squats. If you think you're gonna be maxing out your deadlift in the next 3 months, do like a 6 to 8 week workout with that. Like, build up like 5x5, 3x3, doesn't really matter. Just deadlift weekly up until that point, and don't spike your acute training load.